Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Hello students, welcome back to English class with teacher Fina. For today's lesson, we are going to focus on the same unit. Unit 1, what do you like? Where we are going to learn about news break power. Okay, let's get started. Okay, these are the lesson objectives for today's lesson. Okay, the first one, students should be able to read and analyze a poem about a news break. Okay, next, students should be able to answer 2 questions about stanza 4, line 4. Okay, other than that, students should be able to describe persona and the person the persona is talking to. And lastly, students should be able to list the things the child has done that made the parents suspicious. Okay, after we have learned the lesson, you will have to answer some questions relating to the poem. Okay, so before we start our lesson, can you tell me what picture is this? It is a picture of report card book. Okay, I have brought something that most of you fear of the most. Okay, a report card book. Okay, so let's say today is report card giving day. How would you give the report card to your parents once you go home after this? Can I have someone to share her idea? Okay, Sarah shared that she will wait until dinner time. Okay, and then she will list down all the reasons she can think of for why she got bad grades in the classes she struggled in. So if her parents might ask her why it happened, she already has an answer ready. Okay, very good, Sarah. It shows that you are being honest with your parents about your reasons for struggling in the class. Okay, students, parents might seem like your enemies sometimes, but they are there to help and support you. So if you are worried about talking to them about a bad report card, remember that it will only make them feel sad or angry for a while, and only because they care about you and want you to do well. If you explain the report card to them in the right manner, then the effects won't be so bad. Okay, here is the poem news break. Okay, I want everyone to look at the slides and listen to me reading the poem first. Okay, later on, you will read it with your friends. News break. Now why so loving, darling? And why the sudden kiss? You would help me with some little jobs? For goodness sake, what's this? Your face is clean for once, dear. Your clothes without a crease. You save your luncheon money? Will wonders never cease? No dropping of your school books, no shrieking childish treble. Today you are a lamb, love, where yesterday a rebel. But surely you are some stranger, no range or hula baloo. Come closer, let me look, dear. Can this be really you? Now you were struck by lightning, or were you stunned at sport? Ah, now I see the reason. You have brought your school report. Okay, based on your reading and my reading just now, what can you understand about the whole poem? It is about what? Okay, some of you guessed that it is the poem about a parent talking about their child. Very good point. So now let's us discuss the poem together. Okay, let's look at stanza 1 first, line 1. Now, why so loving, darling? Okay, it means the persona, who is the parent, father or mother, is asking his or her child the reason for being in a loving mood. Okay, line 2. And why the sudden kiss reveals that the child does not usually kiss his or her parents, so the sudden kiss is a surprise to them. Okay, line 3. You would help me with some little jobs. Okay, the persona or parents ask if the child wants to help him or her. Okay, line 4. For goodness sake, what's this? Okay, the persona or the parent finds the child's behavior quite strange or not normal, so they are in shock. Okay, so now move on to stanza 2, line 1. Your face is clean for once, dear. So from here, we know that the child's face is normally dirty, but not today. Okay, line 2, your clothes without crease. Okay, meaning that his or her clothes are neat and not crumpled or creased. Okay, next, line 3, you save your luncheon money. Okay, the persona or the parent is shocked that the child does not spend all the money given to him or her to buy lunch. Okay, lastly, line 4, will wonders never crease. Okay, the persona or the parent finds it's amazing and still cannot believe what she or he sees. Okay, stanza 3, line 1. No dropping of your school books. Okay, the interpretation is usually the child would just drop his or her school books when he or she gets home. Okay, line 2. No shrieking childish trouble, meaning that and would be making a lot of noise. Okay, line 3. Today you are a lamb, love, meaning but today she or he is very well behaved, just like a lamb. Okay, last line, line 4. When yesterday rebelled, meaning it was just yesterday when the child was behaving badly. Okay, next stanza, stanza 4, line 1. But surely you are some stranger, meaning the persona or parents still cannot believe the child is very good today, almost like a stranger. Okay, line 2, no rage or hula baloo, meaning the child is not angry or making a fuss. Okay, line 3, come closer, let me look, dear, meaning the persona or parent asks the child to come nearer to him or her. Line 4, we will discuss this one later. Okay, so now let's move on to last stanza, stanza 5, line 1. Now, were you struck by lightning? Okay, the persona or parents ask jokingly if the child was struck by lightning, something very tragic or dramatic. Okay, line 2, or were you stunned at spot? Or maybe the child was shocked or surprised by bad sports news. Okay, line 3, now I see the reason, means now the parent or the persona realize that the reason for the child is strange in good behavior today. Okay, line 4, last one, you have brought your school report. Okay, the child has brought home his or her school report from his or her behavior. It seems that he or she doesn't want to get scolded by his or her parent. Okay, so now let's discuss the title and the overview of this poem. Okay, news break means reporting something that is unusual. Okay, the title is used to indicate that the boy is doing something unusual by showing a change in his behavior. Okay, in this poem, the child is afraid to tell the parent about his result. Okay, instead of telling the parent, he started to behave differently by being nice to make up the bad news. Okay, the child realizes that his report card may not please the parent. Hence, he tries to be extra nice so that the parent will not be angry. Okay, the poem demonstrates what a small child has to do just to please his parents before the parents take any action against him. Okay, for class activity, you need to give the interpretation on stanza 4, line 4. Okay, as you remember just now, we leave the stanza 4 and line 4 interpretation so that you could do this class activity. So you may write about what do you think the person is feeling and why do you think the person feels this way. Okay, and then we will discuss the answers together. And then for class exercise 1, you need to give the ideas on how you would describe the persona and the person the persona is talking to. Okay, you may open the Padlet link and write your answers. Then we will discuss the answers together. Okay, so for class exercise 2, you need to list the things the child has done that made the parents suspicious. So you may go through the poem again and find all the things mentioned here as much as you can. Then we will discuss the answers together. So today we learned about the poem Newsbreak. Okay, there are these and that you should do and shouldn't do when you receive your record card book. Okay, firstly, please pass your record book to your parents right away after you receive yours. Okay, do not hide them or else you will lose the book. Okay, there will be trouble for you in the next time. Okay, besides, please never copy your parents' signature and sign yourself on the record book. Okay, your parents need to see your result. Okay, last but not least, we must have courage to face the unpleasant consequences of our actions instead of finding excuses. Okay, we must also try to behave well at all times and not only on certain occasions.
Okay, students, I hope you learned something from today's lesson. See you guys next week. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.